Good afternoon, my dear students. So, welcome to our online classes, right? Especially most welcome to our mathematics classes. Students, today we are going to learn in this video. I will teach about the quiz that is a new chapter, chapter 6. The students in the previous classes already have discuss about that that is the second some chapters, so that is so already finished with that money percentage, profit and loss. So that is a in last classes we have discussed with exercise also already solved for that. In today classes that so that is a decimals. So decimals means students, so this is the most important chapter, especially in your higher class performance is very important chapters. This is the decimals. So especially fractions and decimals. This is very important, students. Decimals means, especially in the basic concept of the decimals. So, what is the mean by of the decimals? So, how many parts of the decimal? This is very important. So, especially decimals means that is, this is a point. So, how to this is point. This is point we have to consider, that is decimals. So, that is a point which you have to consider, that is a decimals. So, in decimals means especially in two parts. That is the measure of the two parts. So, integral part, that is another name of that whole part. Yes, that is integral part or whole part. So this is one part. So especially in decimal system that there are two parts, integral part and so that is a decimal part. Students, that is a decimal parts means, so you know that that is another name of the integral. Integral means you have to take that is a consider of the whole part. So students, can you sorry that can you see for that in a charts, especially in the decimals means. So this is a chart of the decimals. Students, can you see here about that? So this is, you have to know, this is a point. So you have to, this is a decimal point. Students, this is what? This is a decimal point. So this is a decimal place value chart. This is a decimal place value chart. So the afterwards, students, in the right side and left side, that is the right side you have to consider, that is this part means. So this is the, students, this part is the decimal parts. So this is the left hand means that is the right hand. So that is the decimal parts. Left hand means you have to consider, that is the decimal parts. Yes, that is students, in decimal point afterwards you have to take, this is a 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 means that is you have to consider as the tens. So tens. So what is the difference between of the two parts of the decimal parts and the whole part? So we have come to just, you can see here, this is a odd places, one places, 100 places, sorry, one places, 10 places, 100 places, and 1000 places. So this low end is ones. So this is the tens, this hundreds, this is the thousands. So decimal, of course, you know, THS. This is a common. Can you see that? Observe that all. This is the TH. So that is a tens. You have to consider that is a. So this is, students, how many parts of the decimals? There are two parts, especially in two parts means you have to consider 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 means is it tens. So in decimals afterwards you don't, that is not for that in ones. So you have to in especially decimals or means in decimal afterwards point. So that is a 1 by 10. 1 by 10 means that is a tens. So next, so 1 by 100, 1 by hundredth. So next is the 1 by thousands, 1 by thousands. Yes. So here after in a decimal point before, this is ones, tens, hundred, and thousands. So this is the, you have to consider, this is what? So this is the whole part, or so this is all part. In the right side means it is a decimal parts. The whole parts in another name. So what is the another name of the whole part? So that is integral parts. It is what? Integral parts. So can you see the decimal place value chart? Decimal place value chart. The decimal place value chart. So students can observe this. This is the most important, and this exercise from decimal point is more important. This is you have to consider decimal point. This is a decimal point. Yes, students, you have to consider this is a decimal point. So next, the just we have that place value chart, so that is especially in two parts of the decimals, in whole part, so another is a decimal parts. In since students, in the first places, especially the first places afterwards, the means in the decimals afters. So since the first afters the decimals got by dividing, so that is dividing the numbers by 10, so it means dividing by 10, so it means that is called, that is a tens, because so I have to write for here, so 1 by tens, so this is students, tens, this is important, THNS, because the decimal afterwards, that is what is the just, the decimal afterwards. So since the first place, so the decimals is gone dividing by 10, so that is called so tens. After students, this afterwards what? So that is special in the since in second, yes, second place offers, especially decimals point, the decimal point offers in second point. So the second point means you have to consider the second place offers the decimals got by dividing hundreds. Yes, so 1 by 100. So you have to write 1 by 100. So this is you have to consider hundreds, means that is HUNDREDTH, hundreds. So next is how to in the last dividing by thousands. So how to? Students, the TH is thousands. That is the thousands. The students in the decimals before. So what is the points of the decimals before? So that is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So ones means, so we have to write for here 1. So because the dividing by, that is the student dividing by, how to take that as a 10. New next is the tens. So 10, so 100. I have to write in 100, so thousands. Students, this part year to year, so this is the, what is the part? This is the whole part. Whole, or that is the integral. Students, whole or integral part. So that is you want to call, that is whole or integral part. Okay, so next. This part means the students in decimals of roads. So this you have to consider, this is a decimal part. That is a decimal part. Students, this is very important of the, especially in a table, in a decimal chapters. So afterwards, have to solve the questions, especially in the authors. You have to compare to, that is the decimals. So compare of the decimals that are had and subtract multiple of the decimals. So identify the like, unlike. So that is and equivalent decimals. Students, just you have to recall that, especially in the fractions. Fractions is how many parts, how many types. Already know decimals is that is sorry, in fractions is 2 parts, numerator and denominator. The types means you have to consider it is 5 types, especially in types of the fractions means, so the like, unlike. So afterwards, that is measure of the in fractions means that is proper, improper and mixed fraction, that is a fraction. But in a decimals means, especially decimals also, in there are 2 parts, especially already I written that this is the point before, students, in point before, so you have to consider that is whole or integral part. Yes, that is whole or integral part. So one's value, what is the value once? That is a 1. So tens value, what is the value of the tens? So that is a 10. 10, 1, 0, 10. So what is the value of hundreds? That is you have to write that is 100. So what is the value of the next? That is thousands. So thousands means you have to write for here thousands, 3 zeros. So in decimal point afterwards, so that is the first numbers, especially in our students, this the second places, the since that the first places afterward decimals is got by dividing the numbers by 10. So 10 in order to dividing by 10 in order to consider that is a tens, because so 1 by tens, so by means not to tens. TENTHES. What is the difference between of the whole parts and decimal parts? So just is so in decimals afters, the decimal afters, so that is 1 by 10. 1 by 10 means that is not to consider 1 by tens, because 1 by tens, 1 by that is hundreds means that is the tens places. That is next is 1 by 100 means what is the name, that is hundreds. So 1 by thousands means that is the thousands. TH is very important. This is the chart of the decimal chart. You don't forget, student, there is a point afterwards. What's that? In the decimal point afterwards, what is the first, what is the name of the first unit? That is a tens. After hundreds, afterwards that is a thousands. So that is a decimal point before means ones, tens, 100, 1000. This is a yes, n of that ones, tens, 100,000. So like continues in 1000, 10,000. But here just you have to give you are already read and see page number. You know that is open the page number already open here. That is the page number 82 already given to here. The decimal place value chart. Students, one examples. Can you see for that one example, students? So this is we are taking one pen. So especially that is a what is the cost of the one pen? I will show you one example. So one pen that is the cost means so 25.75. So what is the value of this? So this is how to consider point afterwards. The what is the point afterwards number is that is the value of more number, because you have to consider rupees. So after means you have to consider that is a paise. So point afterwards is a paise. So decimal point before means you have to consider that is a rupees, because that this is how much rupees, 25 rupees. Yes, 25 rupees point means in 25 rupees points means students that is you have to consider that is a decimals. Yes, so the 25 rupees 7575 means 75 paise. Just a paisa you have to consider it. You already learned in previous classes. So that is a money chapters or some decimals you already learned. But once again, you have to recall. So the point afterwards numbers you have to consider that is a best. That is the value is very less. Point before me that the value is very high means that is how to consider the rupees, because so what is the cost of the one pen means the 75 rupees 25 rupees 75 paisa means 25.75. What is that? 75. Students, okay. I hope that you all understood this, especially place value chart. Students, you open that in already gave in our reader. So get set go. Get set to given already the students pictures is given for that in a. That is what. So vegetables is given. What is the name of the vegetable? That is a carrot. So what is the up to how many carrots is given? That is A, B, C, E, D, F. So total how many members? That is the 6 members considered for the A, B, C. Students, can you observe for here 0.30, 0.030, 0.300, 300 after 0.00300 after 0.300 students. So just if you think and you have to write this answers very easy, because already I told that is point afterwards, the point afterwards numbers is very less, that is value is very less students. So before silver that is a more. So this is you don't forget students, you have to buy it for decimal afterward, decimal point afterward, that is the decimal point. The decimals point before means you have to consider O log, that is the integral part. Okay, students. Next, next you have to open the number, that is exercise. So exercise 6.1. Students, you have to open the page number. So So 86. So what is the totals means? You know, that is the first is what the expanded form of decimal numbers. This is the first point in this chapter. What is that expanded form of decimal numbers? Afterwards, like decimal fractions. After that, unlike decimal fractions. So changing like or unlike. Like means in unlike or like decimal fractions. So equivalent decimal fractions. So comparison of decimal fractions. Afterwards, the conversion of decimal into fractions. That conversions of a decimal into fractions. So last conversion of fractions into decimals. That is after students conversion of fractions to decimal numbers. So now in a today topic, students, especially totals is 6 topics is given. First topic is expanded form of decimals numbers. So that the main apply for the questions is already given to in exercise 6A. Can you see? You have to open the page number, that is 86. So exercise students, exercise that is 6A. Students, so what is the exercise for 6A? Can you see for this first question? So write in expanded form. Students, what is the expanded form? Question is what given? Write in expanded form. So question is what? 3479.105. 3479.105. Students, already I told this is how many parts is given, 2 parts. But this is how to consider decimal parts. So this is a whole part, means that is an integral part. Students, this is what? So 7 is 1, 9 is a 1, 7 is a, what is the place value? 7 is a tens, this is hundreds, so this is a 3 is a thousands. What? 3479.105. 1 means that is how to consider in tens. So already you know the point of towards that is number is a tens. After means that is a hundreds. Afterwards you have to consider that is thousands. So can you write for 3000? Student, this is a 3000. What is the value of 3? Ones, tens, 100,000. 3 into 1000, 3000. Yes. So next, what is the value of this? This is a 100 because ones, tens, 100. Students, don't confuse. Point before you have to consider that is a whole part or that is an integral part. That is the value is. So that is you have to consider. So you know this is a 4 is a 400. So next, ones, tens, that is a 70. So next. Students, that is a 9, you have to write for 9. Students, now, so the point of what is given of the numbers? 105. The point of is given the numbers is 105. So 1 means you have to write 1 by 10 because what is the value of the 1? This is a tens. So this is a decimal form. First means you have to consider this is a tens, hundreds. So next is you have to consider thousands because after can you see? So 0 by thousands. So next, so 5 by, sorry, this 0 by hundreds. So 5 by thousands. So this is the expanded form. What is the students? This is the expanded form. Okay, understood this? So this is what? 347.105 is equal to this is a 3479, 1 by 10, 1 by that 0 by 100, 5 by thousands. So this is a value means, so this is you have to consider thousands. So that is a decimal force means you have to write the by tens you have started. Okay, so next. So next question. So B and A, that is a both same, given to some different numbers. Students, can you see in the C is some given to some different. So this is you have to consider. Students, you have to write this is a 3000. So next is 400. Next is what? 7 tens. So 9 is yes ones. Next students, 1 is that is a yes, this is a tens you have to consider. 1 means you want to consider that is a tens. Next students, so 0 means that is hundreds. PH is more important. So next students, so that is 5 means thousands. Students, I will show to the complete means that is a traditional method solver. Already I solved that. So now I will write to very short methods. So 3 means what student? That is what is the value of the 3? 3 is the thousands. So 4 is the hundreds. So 7 is what? That is the tens. 9 means that is the ones. So next is what? 1. So 1 is the tens. So afterwards 0 is the hundreds. So next the 5 is the that is thousands. So next question in this is A is computer. Can you see in C? C is 21.1097. Yes, 097. So how to write for this question in C? So 2 means students, what is the 2? 2 is a tens. So already you know because 1 is the tens, 2 is a tens, 1 is ones. The point afterwards, 1 means you want to consider that is a tens. That is a tens. So next means 0 is hundreds. Means hundreds. So next 9 means thousands. PH is more important. So next, students, last 7 means you have to consider that is a 10,000s. So 7 means that is a 10,000s. So students, that is first you have to can you see. So because the first questions I will show you in a complete such a traditional method. So next I will show solve the direct. So this is a ones, tens, 2 is a hectagon, take up to what that is a tens, 1 is a ones. So the point of what is the first number? So what's the first? What's the point of what is the first number is that is a 1. So 1 means that is a tens places because 1 value is a, that is a tens because 1 by 10. So you have to consider that is a tens. Next in 0 over hundreds because 100 0 is a hundreds. So 9 means that is thousands. So 7 means that is a 10,000. So this is method of the expanded form of in this exercise. Students, in a 10A exercise, this is the first main. Okay. So in the next means in the next classes, I will continue, students. I hope that you all understood, especially in the chart, students. I will must and should be compulsory now to buy that decimal charts because very important for this lessons complete. Okay, thank you. So I will take to next classes. Thank you.